Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts of the report from Rob Demovsky, who is a Green Bay Packers reporter from ESPN, saying that apparently the New York Jets are lowballing the Green Bay Packers in trade negotiations, which is one of the reasons why there has not been a trade agreed upon. And now that's very interesting news if it's true. So in this video, we're going to break down the report and talk about if we should really, does it hold weight? Does this actually means something that the New York Jets are lowballing and what it means for the future of this trade? When will it happen? Before the draft? After the draft? June 1st? After June 1st? We will discuss it here on the video today. So if you guys are new to the channel, do me a gigantic favor and simply hit that subscribe button, and also do me a gigantic favor and hit that like button if you're just tuning in, man. Really helps out the channel a ton. And more importantly, feel free to comment down below your thoughts of this whole Aaron Rodgers situation. Obviously, it's being dragged on a little longer than we'd like, but if it means that we're getting Aaron Rodgers for this season, sign me up for the marathon of waiting and waiting for the trade to become official. I guess that's just me, so let me know your thoughts down below. Now let's get further into the details of what this is saying. So if the New York Jets are lowballing the Packers, and that's what the holdup is, first of all, what are they offering? Is it a lowball in terms of just what Aaron Rodgers is? And first of all, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers' value, because the Green Bay Packers, they want to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. They said it. The president was interviewed, and he literally told the world that they would prefer to move on from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers goes on the Pat McAfee show. He tells his side of the story, and it's obvious that the big reason why Aaron Rodgers wants to go to the Jets is because he feels like the Green Bay Packers did not give him the necessary communication for him to feel comfortable to come back to the organization. So there's just not good blood between Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers right now. So that's why. How high is his value? Yes, he is a Hall of Fame quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, a 4-time MVP, which is why us Jets fans, to be honest, are so excited to bring him in. So I don't blame the Green Bay Packers for having high expectations in a trade return for Aaron Rodgers from that perspective. But at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is coming to the Jets for 1, maybe 2 years. And if they're going to be looking for a price that is just absolutely ridiculous, the Jets should wait it out, because the Green Bay Packers have to trade Aaron Rodgers because they want to flip the page and go to Jordan Love. And how do you build around your young quarterback? Well, you need to get rid of Aaron Rodgers' contract, because you do not want that dead money to really get onto your contracts and not be able to afford other players around your quarterback that you're hopeful is your franchise QB. So it would be a very big disservice to the Green Bay Packers organization to not trade away Aaron Rodgers and not give Jordan Love all the resources possible for him to be their franchise guy, which is why I feel like the Jets holding out and not just going up to whatever the price the Green Bay Packers are asking for, which is probably ridiculous, is smart. And it does stink, because as Jets fans, we want this to get over with. We're sick and tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. But I honestly don't think that whatever Joe Douglas is offering is probably going to be that crazy. Like, if the Green Bay Packers are trying to get the 13th overall pick, or if they're trying to get one of our young players, that's too much. And the Jets do have, and I know you guys don't want me to say the word, but leverage. And leverage is a big talking point amongst this entire situation with the Jets and the Packers. And my whole stance on it is the Jets have the leverage leading up to the NFL draft, because if the Packers want to have draft capital in this year's draft class to build around their team with Jordan Love, they got to trade him before the draft. But if they do it after the draft, then the Packers have some leverage, because they can wait till June 1st, because that means that they'll have a lot more cap relief. And then there's some people that believe that there's a possibility for this to drag all the way through training camp, because if the Green Bay Packers really want to drag this on, which would be really upsetting if it takes that long, to be honest with you guys. I'm hopeful that the New York Jets can get the deal done before then. But then let's flip it around. Now, this is the big talking point that us Jets fans need to start negotiating and discussing, and this is the same things that Joe Douglas and all of them are talking about behind closed doors. At one point, do we just say, let's just do whatever the price the Green Bay Packers are asking for, and let's just get Aaron Rodgers in the building if it's an extra couple picks? I mean, I don't know exactly what that difference of trade packages, like what exactly the Green Bay Packers are looking for. We're hearing reports, we're hearing rumors, right? They could be looking for a high first-round pick next year. I don't think that 13 is in the discussion. It shouldn't be. The Packers would want it, but I don't think that. If anything, it'll be a pick swap of the Jets and the Packers switching from 13 to 15, because the Jets have the 13th overall pick this year, and the Packers have the 15th. So if you want to do a pick swap in the first round and that helps out the deal, so be it. We move back 2 spots. I'll take that. But I don't really know what type of gap there is between the Jets and the Packers to really just say, okay, well, we're that desperate for Rodgers. We'll just close the gap and just do the deal when we need to instead of dragging it on. So that's the type of question that Woody Johnson, Joe Douglas, and all those Jets people are really negotiating right now. So what do you guys feel on this situation? Do you want them to just be patient, let this drag on until the draft, and let it drag on to the point where the price goes down to where the Jets feel comfortable on because they feel that confident that Rodgers is coming? Or should they say, you know what, let's just get it done. Let's get Rodgers to the Jets immediately, and let's maybe overpay in the trade market just to make sure that he is a New York Jet immediately? I think, being patient with it makes sense for the Jets because, again, we want to go all in with Rodgers, and you do not want to give up too much and then not have enough talent to surrounding Aaron Rodgers. But I will say, the way that this Jets team is constructed right now, without the NFL draft upcoming, without all the free agent signings we're going to make leading up to the draft, we're still pretty stacked right now. And yeah, I'm going to use the word stacked because where are the holes? The holes are at center right now, defensive tackle, you can argue linebacker because Quan Alexander's not re-signed, and safety. Those are not that much holes on an entire team. And obviously we need an offensive tackle. I'm not going to miss that. But that's not a big hole like the center position where we literally don't have a starting center. So I feel like this Jets team's roster is constructed really well right now. We're deep at corner. We're deep at wide receiver. We're going to add another receiver, I'm sure. We're interested in OBJ. We could draft a receiver as well. I think we're going to add another running back. But I really like how this roster is looking. And I want to keep as many players as possible. And I do not think we're going to have to trade away any players besides like Corey Davis in the deal for Aaron Rodgers. So let me know your guys' thoughts of this news of the New York Jets, quote-unquote, lowballing the Packers. And again, take this with a grain of salt. I know that this is a very reliable source in Rob Demovsky, who is a reporter for the Green Bay Packers. But this is kind of like what we're hearing from the Packers side of things. This isn't the Jets saying to reporters what's going on in their perspective. So we're kind of talking right now about where the Green Bay Packers stand amongst this trade negotiations between the Jets and the Packers. We don't know where the Jets' head's at. They could be saying, well, the Packers are asking for the moon and the stars. We don't know what the Jets' perspectives are because the Jets have been silent this entire process, which I absolutely love. We didn't even know that Aaron Rodgers chose to not retire and wants to be a Jet until he went on the Pat McAfee show. And the amount of reports that we heard when Rodgers made the decision already, that people were like, oh, we're still waiting for Rodgers to make his mind up if he wants to retire or play for the Jets or go back to the Packers. Nobody knew because the Jets kept it so tight in their building, and that's another thing we have to keep in mind, that the Jets are really being silent with this situation, so it keeps us fans in the dark, but I like it that way. Keep the business in-house, get it over with, be patient, and just hopefully this whole thing will come to an end with Aaron Rodgers being a New York Jet for the season. And I got a lot of confidence that that's exactly what will happen. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of this video, guys. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to like the video as well if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are indeed new. That does it for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Let's go Jets. Peace out.